Hi everyone, this video is regarding kingdom Protista. In the previous video, we have seen about the general characters of kingdom Protista, which is it is mostly a single-celled eukaryotic organisms are present in kingdom Protista. Now coming to the classification of Protista, it consists of chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime mounds and protozoans. In chrysophytes, we can see organisms which are known as diatoms and desmids. Desmids are generally known as golden algae. They can be seen in freshwater or marine water, and they are planktonic forms. Planktonic in the sense they can be seen floating on the surface of water, and these chrysophytes are microscopic forms in the sense they cannot be seen with the naked eye. Okay, please do remember that they are planktonic forms in the sense they are the creatures which can be seen floating on the surface of water. Now they are mostly photosynthetic in the sense they depend on sunlight for the preparation of their food material. So they are mostly photosynthetic. And these diatoms, in diatoms the outer wall, it is made up of a hard material which is known as silica, and because the aggregation of this silica at the bottom of the ocean will form diatomaceous earth, and this silica, which is very hard, can be used in polishing, oil and syrup filtration, and ecologically these diatoms or desmids which are present in the kingdom, in the class chrysophytes of kingdom Protista, they are ecologically, they are producers. Now coming to the second class, which is dinoflagellates. These are based on the pigmentation. They can be in yellow, green, brown or blue or red in color. They are mostly found in marine environment, and they have two flagella for their locomotion. One flagella is longitudinal and another flagella can be seen transverse. So each flagella can be seen as perpendicular to each other. In some forms like goniolochs, it forms red tides where the excessive multiplication of these dinoflagellates gives a red color to the ocean. So it is generally known as red tide. Please do remember this important point. Red tides are formed by the members of dinoflagellates. These dinoflagellate members are also photosynthetic in nature, in the sense they depend on sunlight for their food material preparation. The cell wall is made up of cellulose, and red tide formation is the most important point with respect to dinoflagellates. Please do remember this point. This is very, very important. Now the next class is euglenoids. Euglenoids, these forms are mostly, they can be freshwater forms which are found in stagnant water, in the sense water which is not flowing, the water which is static, we call it as stagnant water. Euglenoid members can be seen in stagnant water. They have unequal flagella. In dinoflagellates we can see equal flagella, whereas in euglenoids the flagella is unequal. One, in the sense, one flagella is small and another flagella is long. These euglenoids are mostly autotrophic or they can be heterotrophic. In the sense, autotrophic in the sense they can prepare their own food material. Heterotrophic euglenoids are the organisms which cannot, they don't have the ability to prepare their own food material. Unlike the cell wall which is seen in dinoflagellates, which is made up of cellulose, in euglenoids we can see a proteinaceous layer which is flexible. It is called as pellicle. Please do remember this point. In euglenoids, the outer membrane is made up of protein which is called as pellicle. Pellicle is made up of protein which is flexible. Now coming to the next class, which is slime molds. Slime molds are saprophytic organisms. In the sense, they depend on dead and decaying material for their survival. And during favorable conditions, these slime molds, they form a structure known as plasmodium during favorable conditions. Please do remember that plasmodium is formed during favorable conditions, and this plasmodium under unfavorable conditions, it produces spores which has true walls and which is these are resistant. They are very much resistant to various things like the environment and from other things. They are very much resistant and they are carried away by the air currents. Now coming to the last class is protozoan. The protozoans are heterotrophic organisms. Protozoans are heterotrophic organisms. They can be parasites or predators, and they are the primitive relatives of animals. Now, in protozoans, protozoans can be further classified into the following categories like amoeboid protozoan, flagellated protozoan, ciliated protozoan and sporozoans. In amoeboid protozoans, they are freshwater or they can be seen in sea water also. Means they can be seen in salty water also and on the land in moist soil also. Their locomotory organ is pseudopodia, which is nothing but false foot, which can be seen in amoeba. And the example for a parasitic form is entamoeba. Entamoeba causes amoebiasis. Now coming to the flagellated protozoan. The flagellated protozoan, as the name suggests, they have flagella as the locomotory organ. They are free-living or parasitic forms. The best example of parasitic form is trypanosoma, and it causes sleeping sickness. And coming to the next class, ciliated protozoan. Ciliated protozoan, these are aquatic forms. As the name suggests, they have cilia as the chief locomotory organ, and they have a gullet. Please do remember this point. They have a gullet through which food enters into the organism, and best example of this is paramecium. Now the last class is sporozoan. They are spore-like stage. They are known as sporozoan, and they have an infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle. And the best example of sporozoan is malaria, which is caused. Example of sporozoan is Plasmodium, which causes malaria. And please do remember that Paramecium is generally known as slipper animalcule. Thank you.